Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another apartment renovation. So today I am back renovating one of these city living apartments, and this time I am building over here in the Arts District, which I don't do too often. There's a couple apartments that I like to build in over here. This one I actually really like. It's very big, which can be nice. I mean, sometimes it's a bit difficult to do floor plans in larger apartments. This one, the only problem I think is just the window placement is a little bit weird. So I think that's the reason I don't normally build here, but it's a really nice apartment. I love how modern it feels. And I thought this would be a good apartment to do for a single sim who is very successful. They live here in the city and they're just a very successful single sim basically, and they're a sushi chef, which I thought would be really fun. I want to use a lot of modern items that we have in game and also incorporate it with some stuff that we got from The Sims 4 Snowy Escape. I thought that would look really nice together, and I thought the sushi chef theme was kind of a fun idea as well. And yeah, hopefully you guys will like this apartment. It does end up having 2 bedrooms, so I was thinking that maybe they have somebody who comes and stays with them sometimes, or they just have a spare bedroom that they decorated. And so yeah, I think you could either have a family here if you would like to, or have a single sim. You could also turn that room into like a skill building room if they have like another like hobby or interest or something. But I definitely thought this sim was really into cooking, so the kitchen is basically their hobby space. So but yeah, there's a lot of different things you could do with it if you would like to. I also used a lot of stuff from, well, maybe not a lot of stuff, but a few different things from the restaurant pack. What is that called? Dine Out. My goodness, I couldn't think of the name of it. So I used some items from that and like cool kitchen and stuff, and I think it just looks really nice. I also ended up using this food wall hanging, and for some reason I left this one that just has like the regular meat on it and not the fish. And I feel like that doesn't really make as much sense since I was thinking of having a sushi chef in here. And so when I was taking the screenshots, I did change it to the one with the fish because I feel like that's more what they're into when it comes to cooking. They cook a lot of fish, obviously, being a sushi chef, but maybe they like to cook other things too. And so at home, I feel like they probably bake and cook, and they're really into like fancy food. I think they're like really into like gourmet cooking, and maybe they own a restaurant. I don't know. If you guys have a sim that this apartment would fit, let me know. I'd love to hear your guys' stories. Maybe you already have a sim that's running a restaurant and they need an apartment somewhere here in San Myshuno, possibly. But yeah, I'd love to hear your guys' ideas as always. But anyways, the living area is basically coming together. I'm using these couches that came from The Sims 4 Snowy Escape. I love them in this black and brown color. I thought they looked really nice in here, and I paired them with the matching chairs. It took me a little while to find a rug that I wanted to use in this area, but I do find one. It just took me some time. I feel like we're really needing more rugs in the game. We do have a ton, but I still feel like there's not enough. And I also really like the dining area. I think that area turned out really nice. The table came from, I believe, Get Famous, if I remember correctly. And then the chairs, I think, came from Dine Out. But either way, I thought they looked really nice together. And I just love the dining area. I think it's actually my favorite part of this whole apartment. I do actually like the whole apartment, but that spot in particular I just thought looked really nice. And then over here along this wall, it took me a while to figure out exactly what I wanted to place there. I tried placing a stereo, a couple of different bookcases. I do end up placing that city living one that I placed initially, and I put a few decorations up on top of there. And then there I just placed that plant from Get Famous as well over in the dining area, and I thought that looked really nice. And then here on the coffee table, I tried a lot of different things, and I felt like there was already becoming too many plants in this apartment. Although I really like plants and I like to add a lot of them, I think for this style in particular, too many plants looks out of place. I don't know if you guys will agree, but I think some look nice, but it can quickly become too much. And so I just put a single candle there, and it looked nice and simple. It does feel a little bit empty for my taste though. I feel like, I don't know, I always want to add like a bunch of clutter, or one of those cute little trays that we have in game that have all of the different little decorations on top of it. But yeah, so I did something a little bit different. And then over here is going to be the entryway. So in here I place entryway items, of course, that I normally do, but I also placed a bicycle, and then I use this wall hanging from The Sims 4 Snowy Escape. I thought it looked really good in here. I did think about using the other one that came from that pack as well, that has like the skis holding the coats in the backpack, but I liked that one for basically just the design of this apartment. And I was also thinking it would be fun to imagine this sim traveling to Mount Komorebi. They like to go there and go hiking, but they also love to like study the culture and the food and everything. Like they're completely obsessed. I don't think they're from Mount Komorebi at all. I think they just really like the food and the culture and everything. And I was actually really inspired by a friend of my husband's. He recently got a job as a sushi chef, and he's not Japanese at all, but he's really obsessed with like the culture and like the food especially. He really likes, like he's even came over here and made sushi for us, which is really awesome. I hope he does it again soon, especially now that he's working as a sushi chef, because I'm sure he's learned a few extra things and maybe how to make some different rolls, and I'm just excited to hear about it because I haven't seen him since he started. But either way, I was inspired by him since that's just something that happened recently, and he's a really cool person. And so I imagine maybe somebody like him living here in this apartment. And I actually think this style would suit him pretty well. And it's pretty clean, and he's quite clean too. So I don't know. Yeah, I was just really inspired by that friend of ours. But either way, this is the main bedroom. I was thinking this is the master bedroom. I end up putting a bathroom in here. It's just a very small bathroom. And then I also placed a computer desk in here, and I just tried to decorate it very simply and tidy. I was really trying to not add a ton of like clutter. Like normally over here on the computer desk, I would probably add like some pens or books or just a bunch of extra clutter, but I left it simple and just placed a lamp and then this little pen holder and then the computer. I also placed a little meditation stool at the end of the bed. It should function. I've done that before and got it to function, so hopefully your Sims will be able to use that. But if not, I think they can place it in their inventory and they can go use it in other parts of the apartment or go down to the park, which I think is a way better idea. And I really need to build a park eventually for my save file, or at least renovate the existing one in like Willow Creek. I do have a couple of parks, but I really need to build some. But either way, that's something I wanted to include in the parks that I do, is like yoga areas and like meditation areas and have classes at the park. I think that's such a fun idea. But anyways, over here is going to be the spare bedroom. So like I mentioned, I was trying to think of maybe a story where they have somebody who comes and stays with them, like maybe they have a sibling, or I was also thinking that maybe they have a kid from like a previous marriage or a previous relationship and they come and stay with them sometimes. And I was thinking they'd be a bit older because I didn't add any kid things in here, but I just wanted it to feel like the rest of the apartment. And I also added some music equipment in here. So yeah, maybe this sim that lives here does like to come and play like the keyboard. Maybe they like to do some street performing. They're really into living in the city, and that's a city activity, so that's what I decided to do. But either way, this is basically it for the whole apartment. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope you guys enjoy the screenshots. So thank you so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions that you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!
상상만 했던 너의 실루엣이 내 눈앞에 난 느낌대로 가는 거야. Oh no baby, 내가 할게 리듬 넌 내가 시키는 대로 해. 너와 나만 아는 비밀이야. 서로 위로해. 이불을 꽉 조져 Let's roll. Take me to your bed.